Okay, so this unit, you need notes?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So we're on page 5. So this unit is really heavy on solving equations and finding points of intersection. So a lot of different kind of equations we'll be solving here. So let's read this little blurb here. There are 3 general ways, guys, quiet, to solve an equation. Just rewriting, which we did in our last test, by the way, and I'll give that back today. All of yes. Yeah, grade them all. Everyone's test went great. And the test went great. Average like in the high 80s. So if anyone has like any particular issues, we can talk about it offline. But rewriting, simplifying equations, we did that on the last test, right? Or looking inside, like if you have like parentheses or absolute value, like trying to understand what's happening. And also undoing, which means trying to get x by itself, trying to alleviate whatever's next to x, move it to the other side to get x by itself. So those are usually the strategies we use. So let's look at this problem here. We had something like this on the last test. Now, you could do this a variety of ways. And our next test, most likely we'll retest on this stuff because I want to make sure you guys are comfortable with these kind of equations. If you want, you can combine these 2 fractions first. You could do that and then cross multiply afterwards. But I think it'd be much easier to, as I say here, undoing or rewriting. Actually, rewriting is probably what I'm going to do right now. Rewriting is going to be to eliminate the fractions. Eliminate fractions, which is really going to be another way of simplifying or simplify. That's what I suggest you guys do. Hopefully you guys can read that. Evelyn, do you mind turning off the lights, please? Thanks, appreciate it. So Sophia decided to multiply both sides of the equation by 20, so that this equation becomes that. What strategy did she use? She basically used a rewriting strategy. And how can you tell? Because it's a way to simplify. So let me actually show you that strategy right now. You multiply both sides by 20, like this. Now, a handful of you guys, what about, this is the last question on the test. I think it was like number 6B or whatever, or 7B. Some of you guys kind of took a very circuitous, just me putting it very nicely, circuitous way of solving it. Personally, if you do this, here's what's going to happen. You're going to have 20 times, sorry, that's bad handwriting, x minus 5 over 4, plus 20 times 2 over 5 equals 20 times 9 over 10. Now, if you think about it, let's look at the first fraction. What reduces there? 20 over 4 becomes what? So you get 5x minus 5. Okay, 20 times 2/5. It's the same thing as saying 20 times 2 divided by 5, or reduce the 25. Reduce the 25 and multiply the 2. What do you get? 8. See, it's much simpler, right?
3 under the x minus 5, that's a 4.
That's 4, yeah. It's just bad handwriting. And then 20 times 9/10. What's 20 over 10 reduced to? 2, so you get 18. Good. Or 180 over 10, which is 18. So you make the problem much easier. So then you look at part B. Kingsley took Sophia's equation, subtracted 8, got that. So what strategy did he use here? That's kind of a cool name. He was undoing. And again, Sophia did rewriting. Okay. Sophia rewrote the equation. Kingsley undid something. Then Liang, guys, interesting names. Looked at Kingsley as very diverse. Really?
They're all
Is it Kingsley? Okay. Wow. All right. I mean, I just went typical names for my kids, but okay. All right. So anyway, proceed. Liang looked at Kingsley's equation and said, I can tell, guys, quiet, x minus 5 must equal 2 because, yeah, so 5 times something, right? That has to be a 2, right? Because what else is going to multiply 10 when you have 5 on the other side? So what strategy did Liang use? That's going to be looking inside. Because Liang looked inside the parentheses and said, oh, okay, that has to be a 2. Because 5 times 2 is 10. Also, at the same time, you could probably say Liang probably undid by dividing by 5. You could say that as well. But I'd say most likely looking inside, seeing that x minus 5 has to equal 2. All right. So let's look at this one here. Now, last thing you should do, unfortunately, you won't have Desmos to for a test, but graphic calculator you could do. So how can you use the graph of that? To check your solution to that. So what you could do is the following. So let's say this is the quick. Let's say you want to solve this, right? And by the way, we know the answer is 7, right? Because we just solved it right now. So here's what you do. I'm going to do some graphic calculator so it's recorded so you guys can see how it goes. So let's use graphic calculator. And after this, you guys can then do some problems on your own. And I'll walk around and help you guys out. All right, here we go. Okay. What are you doing, Lincoln? Oh, pulling tape off. Okay. All right. All right, here we go. So how would you do this in the calculator? Okay. Desmos is super easy. You can just punch in the equation and see where they touch. But what you're gonna do here is you let y1 equal the left side or the right side. It's up to you. I don't really care. And the y2 be the right side. So what's my left side? Alexander Lois, please. Thank you. Okay, so what's gonna be my left side? My left side is gonna be x minus 5/4 plus 2/5. What's my right side gonna be? Just simply 9/10. And what I'm looking for, I'm gonna abbreviate as POI, point of intersection. I'm looking for the point of intersection, okay? So let's do it. But remember parentheses, x minus 5/4 plus the 2/5, you could just leave like that, it's totally fine. Because it's order of operations, and then 9/10. Graph in the standard window. You get some funky curve, so be it. Actually, just a line, it's not that funky. And then that's the horizontal line. And then what am I looking for? Intersection, move close to it. Hit enter 3 times, 1, 2, 3. And there you go. You got x equals 7. That's how you can verify your answers. You verify by using the graphic calculator, okay? Very simple. Yeah, and to do the point of intersection, you hit second trace. Second trace. Option 5. Okay, I can't write today. Sorry about that. Option 5. Okay, very simple. So you guys are going to check your work too. I mean, I'll come around and make sure you're doing okay. But so let me assign some problems for each table group. We'll kind of do a rotation here. So this group here with Karen, Charlie, and Eloise, you'll do ABC. Okay. In the back with the boys there. The only male exclusive table in the class. You'll do DEF. Okay, you'll do DEF. This table, give you guys a little bit tougher problems. You guys can handle it. You'll get GHA. So Lois, Alexandra, and John, you get GHA. In the back, with Evelyn, Reggie, Allie, and Sophia, you guys will get BCD. And lastly, Jaslyn, Samora, Charlotte, and Sarah, you get EFG. You'll get EFG. Okay. So the rotation go like this. ABC, DEF, GHA, BCD, and EFG.
Oh, I think you need that.
Okay.
The score, do you need that?
I'll turn on the lights again. Okay, so I'm gonna come around, make sure you guys are getting this. I'll check your answers as well.
I could just screenshot the picture.
No, we can't just.
What's going on?
Instead of. It's the same process. Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go get it.
Okay, let's get to work, guys.
Do you have it? Homework 7-0.
Oh my god.
Okay, so Lincoln, you didn't do it. You did.
What? Now I did do it, oh god.